What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, another video. Today we're doing another straight pour. Dioxazine purple is going to be my base. I have some additional dioxazine purple here. These are both mixed, 1 part paint to floetrol, and that's it. The remainder of the colors that I have, with the exception of this sapphire here from DecoArt, this is also mixed 2 parts, or 1 part paint to 1 part floetrol. The rest of the paints I have, this is a phthalo blue, this is a quinacridone magenta, and this is a titanium white. They are mixed 1 part paint to 1 part DecoArt satin enamels to 2 parts floetrol. Whole idea is trying to get some clouds, get some really cool effects. Recently I saw a couple videos on the YouTubes and I almost wanted to I just think the way that they look is really interesting. So I wanted to try to make some, because I don't think I've ever really done a straight pour. Well, I mean I have, but not with these cloudy effects in them. See, look at all that extra paint that I almost didn't use. All right, so I am supposed to spread this, according to the people that I watched, because the satin enamel supposedly needs a paint without satin enamel to react to. So I'm just gonna spread this along the surface here. I mean, that by itself was enough paint for coverage, so we're not too concerned with that. All right, let me wipe this thing off. Might have been smarter to layer the cup first, but we're over here, we're having fun. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing amazing. The dioxazine purple, it dries to almost a black, which is cool. This other dioxazine purple, I added a tiny amount of titanium white to it to get it to lighten up a little bit. So first things first, we're going to put a little bit of that in there. And we're just going to take and dump the sapphire into it. I might have a little left over. And then, let's see, this quinacridone magenta. And I'm just letting the colors churn right now. Here's that phthalo blue. It doesn't look phthalo blue, but it is. That's because it was mixed with that DecoArt white. Ooh. And now I'm going to take my purple and cover the DecoArt mixed paints. Supposedly that's part of this trick too. I don't know, maybe we'll have some success with it. All right, so we got purple on the bottom, we got purple on the top. Now, from what everybody has said, I have to pour quickly and tilt slowly. That's a bubble. So pour quickly, tilting slowly, until we get towards the end of the cup. And then we need to slow the tilt down even more and get closer to the canvas. We already have some pretty cool cells popping up. Because we let that white churn, we're not getting a whole, my hand is going everywhere right now. We're getting a whole lot of light blue. But I am seeing those boulders. It's actually coming out pretty cool. You can see the difference between the dioxazine purple that was the base coat and the dioxazine purple that was mixed with a little bit of white. Lightens it up just enough. And I think we're about to be done. And we got a little bit of a tail on that one. That's okay. We will fix that. So I'm already liking this one a little bit better than my last. Let's go and fix that little doodad. There we go. And clean off our tools. Now pop these bubbles. You might not be able to see it on camera, but the difference in the center here is really cool. So right now we're just popping bubbles. There's no oil in this, no silicone, so that will not be what is making cells. I do want to center it. There we go. I really like this like light blue, which was the white, actually just contrasting with all the rest. And supposedly you're supposed to just kind of just let the cells form. So that's why at this point I'm just gonna speed ramp through a couple more heating cycles and make sure all the bubbles are popped and let these cells develop on their own. But I'm gonna leave the cameras running so you guys can watch the whole process. All right. Well, we got a lot of interesting little boulder cells going on. So now let me recenter the part I like. You know what? I really like this stuff. I might center it like there instead. Kind of maybe maintain a little bit of that cool blue that's coming through. All right, so now let's give it a go. Ooh, look at those colors, y'all. That is beautiful. Man, it actually worked. Now, I do want to adjust it a little bit. We still have a lot of paint on here. And these little white cells are going to continue to kind of open. So, you know what, we might end up having to lose that. And that's super unfortunate. So I feel like that's a really gorgeous part of the canvas. So I'm just gonna let it tilt so that most of the weight of the paint is down on the other side where it's just super dark. And it's gonna stay super dark because it's gonna dry darker than it is right now. Then I'm gonna take my finger and just touch up this corner over here. So all the other corners seem to be good. I really like these. These colors are really cool. I like the little effects that Deco Art Satin Enamels makes. That's really cool. No silicone at all, and you can get some really nice effects. All right, and a light spin. Shed some of that excess paint. So we do have quite a lot. I don't want it to pop and crack and snap and all the bad stuff. That is really cool. Okay, yeah, I love that. There is still a lot of paint sitting on this canvas, but I think we're going to leave it. My drying space is very temperature controlled. There's no vents, there's no fans. So hopefully it will be able to dry without cracking. I did not add any GAC 800 to my paints. I probably could have did that. But sometimes you just don't anticipate that you're gonna have to possibly leave more paint on the surface than you want. But no, I love this. This looks so nice. Especially with that sapphire blue in there too. But let me bring you guys down. We're gonna check this thing out. So this is wet. You can see I got the flash on right now because I wanted you guys to see all the tiny lines and the shimmer from that sapphire that's just going throughout the entire piece. And these little cells from the deco art look really cool. It's a different kind of cell. They're not really round. They're more like oblong, like oval shaped. But I like it. All dried and varnished. Really love that little blue shimmer that goes throughout everything. And the boulder cells came out super cool. Very gradient within the cells. It's awesome. And that was our little center. And then you got these ripply, beautiful little cells.
If you want to watch another video just like this, click the screen right now and I'll see you there.